Oh, hello and hello to all of my Pisces, and happy full moon, happy full buck moon to all of my Pisces. Let's get into it, Pisces. Let's see what your cards have to say. This reading is for the 2nd of July through the 2nd of August. Let's see what your cards have to say, Pisces. Let's go. I'm talking to you if you have Pisces anywhere in your birth chart, not just your sun, moon, rising, or Venus, but anywhere in your birth chart, Pisces. Let's see what your cards have to say. The energy has already been cleared, so let's go. 4 of Wands, we have the Page of Wands, 6 of Swords, 3 of Coins, Page of Coins, and 3 of Cups. All right, so the moon is in you'll see that the moon is fully illuminated in Capricorn at about, according to Farmer's Almanac, on the at 4 something a.m. I think it's universal time, but you're still feeling the effects of the moon in Sagittarius. So don't let it throw you out of sorts. If some people are saying the full moon is in Sagittarius and some people are saying full moon in Capricorn, either way, you're feeling the effects. We're moving from one sign to the moon is waning, waxing and waning, one sign to the next, to the next, to the next. Because after it leaves Capricorn, it's going right into Aquarius. So you'll feel the effects of Capricorn and Aquarius. So try not to stress yourselves out. This is your reading. Let's go. Here we have the 4 of Wands. Somebody's going to feel like a huge weight has been lifted off of your shoulders. We also have the Page of Wands. We also have the 6 of Swords. We also have the 3 of Cups, the Page of Coins, and also the 3 of Coins. So everything is perfectly aligned for you in terms of your money, your stability, your career success, your prosperity, your tenacity, your patience. Everything is perfectly aligned for you. And so Source is saying just step into whatever it is you want to step into. This the effects of the moon in Sagittarius kind of gives us the little fire that we need, like the incentive or the motivation that we need to inspire ourselves or motivate ourselves to dream bigger, right? To really just dream bigger, unapologetically. Like, I've been saying I wanted, to go back to school. To really, I want to take that leap of faith. I want to go back to school. Nothing is stopping you. Start doing it. I want to take some classes. Sometimes people just need to lean into like one class at a time, like not put that pressure on yourself. I want to go back to school. I want to learn some things. I want to educate myself in certain things, whether it's traditional or non-traditional classes. I see somebody educating themselves. Something has definitely been an uphill battle or an uphill climb in terms of your thoughts. Maybe somebody thought that they weren't smart enough or able to learn certain things or whatever the case may be. But I do see you in a posture of gratitude. Make sure you stay connected to people who will help you on that journey, Pisces. That's the best thing I can tell you is, like, if you desire to go back to school and learn some more, and again, only take what resonates with you. Some of you all may have already been at the doctoral level, and even then, if you want to learn some more, still learn. Doesn't really matter what you're learning. Crack open a book, just start one page at a time until you get it. Take some notes to your level of understanding. There's no shame in any of that whatsoever, but definitely stay connected to energies that are cheering you on. Team Pisces, right? So that's what I'm seeing for you all so far, because God is definitely cooking up something big for somebody. And so, like I said, whether it's traditional or non-traditional level, doesn't matter. If you didn't finish school, have a GED, no PhD, doesn't matter, EDD, whatever, doesn't matter what you have. Somebody is really open to learning something new. So congratulations to you all. Like I said, kudos. You all know by now I'm sending great energy or positive energy your way. But make sure you're closing out cycles that's a distraction for you. People who are not cheering you on. People who are saying you can't do it, or you won't do it, or you're too old, or you're too young, or you don't have enough this. And don't stay away from those types of people. Stay as far away from those types of people as you possibly can. Let's see what else we got going on. Here we have the Emperor card. Yep. We also have the 10 of Swords. We also have the 4 of Cups, the Hanged One, the King of Wands, and also the 6 of Wands. So somebody may need to stay away from an Aries. Here we have the Emperor card. Now, an Aries that's high vibrational can be a great motivator for you, but an Aries that's a low vibrational, hang it up. I mean, and I love all signs, but I know what every sign looks like at their highest frequency and lowest frequency. If somebody, and at your lowest frequency, you all can be overwhelmed easily because you're the last sign in the Zodiac and you are literally absorbing everything from the earth, Pisces. And so People, on the lowest frequency, Pisces have been accused of being lazy and escapism, right? And if you got somebody that's constantly blowtorching you without any understanding of zodiac signs, it could be a disaster, because water is reflective, and so you be giving that energy just as good as you're getting it, and it's a complete waste of time. So take your time to be around people who are motivating you and people who are cheering you on. You don't need to be around any narcissistic energy that when you feel like you're overwhelmed by just life in general, that this energy is still, come on, distracting you. The energy is all about all of that, all about them, all of that. So I do see you rewarding yourself by getting as far away from the energy, just feeling like I released all of that. I released the negativity. Hang in there. Source is saying your ruling planet, one of your ruling planets, Neptune, is retrograde right now. You're not imagining things. You're not delusional. You just need time to process things. And so your actions are going to speak louder than your words. It can be somebody who is their sun sign is Aries. It could be their moon sign is Aries. It's somewhere, depending on where it is. Like the moon sign could be is a role about nurturing, about your instincts, and your Venus is about love. Their Venus could be in Aries. So if it was somebody that you were dating and they're constantly just like, almost bullying you, and also everything is about every 100% about them, you don't even have a chance to even process things, they got to go, because somebody is definitely in that frame of mind that I want to learn more, I want to grow. And so that kind of energy, source is saying hang in there with yourselves. You definitely have king energy in you. I'm talking to men and women. You are definitely at the top of your throne when it comes to your ideas. Somebody has some fire ideas. You do not need to be around people who will burn you out at all. You do not need to be around that energy. Everything is fine. Source is saying to you, if you feel like you're overwhelmed or you're drained by certain energies, you can always call on Source. Source, give me an exodus strategy out of this. Give me an exodus strategy. Because some people, they need nurturing themselves, and they run to and fro looking for love. But when you know what your moon sign is, you know how to nurture yourself. And so this energy is not necessarily looking to learn how to nurture themselves. They're running to and fro for everybody else to nurture them. Woe is me. This happened to me. That happened to me. They don't want to sit down in a therapist's office because they think every therapist is jealous of them. It's a disaster, really. And so make sure you put yourselves first, not just this full moon. This will just be a good practice for you to maybe, if you can afford to take off a couple of days from work and focus on shutting everything down and saying, okay, God, it's just me and you. I want to learn some more things. I really want to get more into, what my purpose is. I want to learn more about it, because you definitely have a lot of loved ones, a lot of ancestors telling you how naturally gifted you are and how creative you are. And so you want to drink of that cup, from that cup of water. You don't want to drink of toxicity, the gossip in your ears, the negativity all around you. You want to drink fresh water, right? Yep. So that's what I'm saying. Be around people that's just constantly team Pisces, cheering you on, Pisces. And again, by now, if you've been tuned into my channel, I'm talking to you if you have Pisces anywhere in your birth chart, not just your sun, moon, rising, or Venus, but happy full moon. Some of the rituals that people do during the full moon are charging their gemstones and crystals. Some people do divination. Some people harvest herbs. Some people make moon water to drink. So whatever it is your rituals are, make sure rest is also included in that. Make sure protecting your energy is in that. Make sure if you feel like you feel in some kind of way, like I don't want to leave the house today, then don't do it. If you walk into any kind of establishment, you feel like something is not right, do an about face and go somewhere else. Because full moon brings out everything. It exposes everything in people. So if you're dealing with some people that got having a bad day, it's going to expose it during that full moon. And so you're trying to protect your energy. You're not trying to absorb theirs. So this is a great time for thinking about banishing and letting go of things. All right, here we have the moon card. Also, we have the page of cups. We also have the sun card. We have the 2 of wands. We have the ace of wands, and also the chariot card. So I do see you, somebody kind of like at a crossroad, because you all are the most compassionate sign, Pisces. So you're not mean-spirited, right? You're just, like I said before, somebody is, trying to think, I'm not really sure, how I should proceed. I'm kind of feeling a little stuck. Take these next couple of days to just be with self. And like I said, and if that energy is going to give you an opportunity to, process some things, that's great. But if they don't, if they're inspiring you, like, oh, no, go ahead, take a couple of days, I understand. But if they don't, and they just having a fit and they don't care, everything is about them. I know you said you're taking a couple of days, but I need some answers. They don't care. It's all about them. They don't care about your mental health and physical health. So this may be a great test because you're definitely heavy on some people's minds, right? Definitely heavy on some people's minds. Somebody could have also been married to somebody where source is saying, hang in there with yourselves. This is a great time to test that energy, or could be an ex or somebody, because you're on people's minds right now. And so source is like, no matter what, you don't need to sit around and wonder, how come something from my past that I haven't thought about is trying to resurface? Something that was overwhelming from my past is trying to resurface, because there are energies that know that you're in a good headspace right now, that everything is lining up for you, and they're trying to resurface. Because like I said, somebody's ex is thinking about them, and they're trying to and it could have been somebody you were married to. Source is like, listen, if that energy burns you out, bullied you, threatened you, whatever, just because it's coming up in your spirit, that's God's way of saying, I need you to purge that. I don't need you to sit on that, purging it through fire. I need you to write their name down, person, place, or thing, or if it was a job, whatever. I need you to write it down. I need you to attach the emotion to it. So, for instance, let's say the person's name was Big, right? Let's say the person's name was Big or Gur. Let's say that person's name was that. And you said, okay, when I was married to Big, the feelings that I had was that I felt bullied. I felt, this passive aggressive, very narcissistic energy, gaslighting. I felt this form of mental abuse. Toss that name, attach those emotions to it. God, I release this right now. I release this. I need to get this out of my spirit. I don't want that energy back. So it's two energies that's irritating your demons. Like, so it could be demons of fear and doubt, demons of uncertainty about your own future. Maybe somebody said something about you in the past that you would never find love again, or maybe they wrote, try to put bad energy out there into the universe so that trying to block you from love. Source is telling you, get rid of all of that energy, because I see victory in your cards. And I do see marriage, and I do see somebody who is inspiring and motivating you. Your third eye is open, and you have a lot of prospects coming your way in terms of business, in terms of love, if that's what you want. And this marriage could be in business and or romantically. So if you don't want to be in a romantic relationship, that's fine too, because again, not everybody is looking for a romantic relationship. So again, bottom line, be gentle with yourself. But I do see a lot of travel. You see this globe right here? I see somebody just like at the top of, like at a higher frequency, like looking out over like a big view and saying, I can pretty much do what I want to. Your third eye is wide open. You're getting a feel for, traveling, going places and that kind of thing. I see you operating in your light, feeling a lot more youthful, leaving overwhelming. See this right here? We know that the sun actually illuminates this rock, the moon. So you're releasing past feelings. Those overwhelming feelings are falling by the wayside. Somebody is definitely taking a more authoritative stance. You're hanging in there. You recognize, I wasn't delusional. I wasn't going crazy. I wasn't losing my mind. Those things actually did happen. I don't need to sit around and act like, tell certain people who are going to further gaslight me. I don't need to be in that kind of space, that energy at all. So hopefully that makes sense to somebody. If you want to write down these questions, you are more than welcome to write down these questions as I pull some more cards. Let me make sure I'm not pulling. Okay. Yeah, as I pull some more cards, Pisces. So yeah, again, happy full moon. Don't forget to put out your moon water, do your, whatever your rituals are. Here are the questions for you. First question, Pisces, is what are your top 3 priorities this week, this month, this year? Second question is, what are your biggest fears? Third question is, do you have specific daily rituals and routines that nourish you? Fourth question is, do you reward yourself when you accomplish something? And then last but not least is, how much of your day or week do you block out for self-care and personal development? So those are some things for you. Here we have the Wheel of Fortune, the Devil card, the Page of Swords, the Page of Pentacles, the Hierophant card, and the Sun card. Yeah. So somebody could have definitely been married to somebody who had this very bullying spirit, or just wouldn't budge. Like somebody that you felt like, okay, if you weren't doing it their way, then it just was the highway, basically, that kind of energy. You could have been in business with somebody. It's a thing in the past. Here we have the Devil card. Their energy could be trying to resurface because they are starting to see things are falling in line with you. If you have an online presence, they may be saying, oh, this person is smarter than I thought they were, or this person knows more than I thought they were. I would love to get back in contact with them. That door should be slammed shut, closed, because this is your year, Pisces. Wheel of Fortune. All the time that you may have felt like you wasted in something, all that energy will do, because it's still on a lower frequency. And it could be two exes. It could be ex relative that you no longer talk to. It could be an ex person you were married to, ex spouse, or somebody you were thinking about marrying, or somebody you were in business with or work with or whatever, trying to resurface. But their energy will burn you again, because they're still on that low frequency. So it's the type of energy, just so you know, it's the type of energy that's very jealous energy. It's like, you know, they could have all kinds of things working in their favor, but if you have one good thing working for you, they'll try to tear that down, like always want to keep you under their foot. You know, those types of energies. It's like, why in the world would this person be jealous of me? Like, you would think that about sometimes as a manager, you like a person who's over you, director, manager, or whatever. It's like, this person makes more money than me. They got a corner office overlooking whatever. They got this nice house. They live in this particular zip code, but the energy is miserable on the inside, very low vibrational. Same thing with certain family members. You're like, this person, they have the life that I thought that I want. I mean, like, I thought I wanted that life. They have a spouse. They have, you know, seem like a perfect family, but somehow they always trying to tear you down. Those are the people you need to stay as far away from, or they won't acknowledge your accomplishments. Stay away from them. It's never a time where you can shine, Pisces. Stay as far away from them. Here we have the Page of Swords, so your anxiety can go away. Because Source is saying to you, somebody's trying to resurface from your past to try to make you feel unworthy. They got to go. You should even make room for their spirit, their energy. Here we have the Sun card. So again, Source is saying there's two energies in particular. Just stay in your light. You'll know exactly who these energies are trying to resurface. If you have online presence, they may be looking at your page or whatever. Just be consistent. You don't even have to be nervous about it. Just be consistent with your delivery. And like I said, starve that energy. It'll flee. Page of Pentacles. Here we have new money coming across your path. So like I said, you know, we have no control over, you know, people who are stalking people on social media and that kind of thing. They may even go under a different name and put comments under your videos if you're online, or, you know, if you have, like I said, if you're on Instagram and you don't have, like, what is it, like, you have to, where people have to ask permission or whatever, or request or whatever, you may have it just wide open, and they may be logged in just to see what kind of posts you're posting. Again, like I said before, a lot of people try to come in from your past when they realize all the stuff that they did to you did not harm you in the way they thought it would, right? You're thriving. So be still and continue just being consistent. Because like I said, Source is like, this is not the time, woe is me, because something from your past is trying to resurface in some way, shape, form, or fashion. I mean, people get real obsessed when they feel like, okay, oh, that spell I cast on somebody didn't work, or those rumors I sent out about somebody, oh, they didn't work either, or, you know, me talking down or mentally abusing that employee, or, you know, talking about you, Pisces, or passing it over for positions, that didn't stop their business from thriving. That's the kind of energy. Why? Because you were compassionate towards them. That's what I tell people, never stop being a good person. You may have just not to find your right group of people, you know, but don't stop being a good person. You just have to say, God, give me an exodus strategy out of this. Stay rooted and grounded. That's right. Stay rooted and grounded. Don't let your past pull you backwards. Here we have many of the most evolved beings on earth are regular folk living with joy, dignity, and courage. Yeah. It's your compassion that saved you. I'm telling you, it is your compassion, Pisces, that saved you from a lot of people. It may have been painful because you may have seen like these people were insensitive, all of that, but it's your compassion, your ability to connect with mankind from a very loving standpoint. These people. So here we have Wildcat. That's what you're dealing with. You're dealing with some just very wild animals, like some people who are just like, they have not learned how to put their demons under submission. 44, be still and tune in, for there's something aloof lurking alongside you. Yeah, somebody could definitely be trying to stalk you. Have you all ever seen that video where there was a, I don't know if you, it was like kind of circulating a lot on Instagram, but there was a guy who was sitting like high up on a, it looks like he was on in a Jeep, some form of a Jeep that was just like uncovered. You know how you had like the soft top Jeep, it was uncovered, and the lion was like kind of sort of like a cat tiptoeing, like it is a cat, but tiptoeing through the grass, and the guy wouldn't have had a chance to turn on the ignition and press on the gas, and even if he did, I don't think he would have outrun the lion. The lion could have definitely, you know, leaped through the air and attacked him. But that's what it's like somebody is just like, they are, their energy cannot be trusted. They have this wild thing in them that they just cannot contain. And you got to pay attention to that. Like if you're a person who is a person who needs time to process things, and people assume the worst because they know they've said or done something, they're just hoping that you didn't catch it. And then you like, you know what, I need some time away from everything. Oh, I knew you were mad at me. It just seemed like you had all this, because it's something in their spirit is just very, just like they can't contain that energy. Pay attention to all of that, Pisces. Don't wait until something bad happens where there's an all out fight or argument before it's like, okay, now that's what I needed. You know, even in a love relationship, they always arguing about something. No matter how much you try to go along to get along, they always find some way to fight or argue. It's just draining. It's draining. It's absolutely draining after a while. So spend time with animals, and not that kind of animal. Somebody who is lurking, you know, somebody who is, so that's what somebody is doing. Somebody may have an emotional support pet, you know, staying away from wild animals. Not well, like I said, you know, staying away from, so you may be taking a nature walk or whatever, or, you know, you may have a dog or, you know, that kind of thing, or you may be going on some kind of a safari, something where you are protected away from those things that's lurking, you know, in the background. People who cannot control their emotions. See how this person feels very comfortable, kind of sort of sitting, you know, with their, looks like a house cat or a squirrel or like a fox or whatever. Like somebody is very in tune with their own spirit animals. Like find out what your spirit animal is, because somebody is a wild animal that's like, you know, their energy, they just very prideful, very cunning, you know, very sneaky kind of energy. You know, at first they seem like they're warming up to you, but they're looking at they're trying to find your weaknesses. I think everybody has worked with people like that, or dated people like that, or possibly married to people. So sources, you're not imagining things. You're not going out of your mind. You're not crazy. You don't need to zombify out. All you need to do is get away from them. You're a very compassionate sign, but you can always love people from afar. That's what I have for you. Again, happy full moon. Happy full moon to all of my Pisces. Number 6, I am nurturing. Your heart is your gift. You are a natural born nurturer, and you have a great talent for helping and healing others. You are the epitome of self-sacrifice and a protector of those that you love. So protect your energy, please. And then, so yeah, protect your energy. Growth, affirmations for growth. I am a work in progress. I release old habits and create new trails. Each day I am getting better. I am in charge of the direction of my life. I am not defined by my past. I grow through my struggles. Roadblocks create opportunities. Yeah, those types of energies, being around those energies and you being reflective will cause you to come across just like them, always in fight mode, a wildcat. You don't know somebody, you're around people, you want to fight people. I mean, physically fight people, not even thinking about the consequences of going to jail. You don't need to be around those kind of, like water signs need to, divine feminine energies just in general needs to protect that energy, because you absorb everything, especially you Pisces, because again, or if you have Pisces anywhere in your birth chart, you don't need to be around those types of energies because they bring out the absolute worst. And I'm not talking about just any zodiac sign either. I'm talking about low vibration. It's because there's so much fire in your cards. Low vibrating fire signs in general. And like I said, it could be an Aries or somebody who has that, or could be on a cusp of Taurus, could also like have that energy. You don't need to be, because it could be fun at first until it's not fun anymore. And next thing you know, you find yourself in situations where you just feel like, oh my God, how the heck did I get here? Now, water is reflective. It'll sneak up on you. That's what I have for you, and I will see you all on Motivational Monday. Bye.